back to KP's Kingdom, cooking with KP, and today we're going on another tangent. I love Char Siu pork. I've got a smoker. I'm going to show you it does work, how to make Char Siu pork in the smoker. Okay, first thing I need to do is I need to make up my Char Siu seasoning. Right, so about a quarter cup's worth of a good quality hoisin sauce, quarter cup's worth of brown sugar, okay, a quarter cup's worth of Chinese rice wine or Shaoxing wine, that goes straight in, and I'm also going to add in about a quarter cup's worth of honey. Just use cheap honey, there's no use buying real good stuff for this one. Alright, 3 tablespoons worth of soy sauce, okay, good quality, 2 tablespoons worth of oyster sauce, okay, add that in. Right, I'm also going to add in about teaspoons of salt and about half a teaspoon's worth of a good quality Chinese 5 spice and the equivalent of 3 cloves of garlic. I'm just using garlic paste for this one. The garlic is not going to be used in the actual injection on this one. Alright, give all that a good stir, just like that. Now we've got all those sugars and we need to break those down. So we want a little bit of heat. Right, so just put that on the hot plate, get a little bit of heat happening there, and just give it a stir from time to time. Don't let it bubble away, just let it work its way through. Once we've got a little bit of bubblage, I'm going to add in a little bit of water, probably about half a cup to 3/4 of a cup's worth. That can go in, and that is just to loosen everything up. Alright, if we're doing proper Char Siu, we wouldn't be doing it this way. Alright, so we're going to let that sit for an hour or so and let it come back down to room temperature. But first of all, before we get on with the rest of it, we need to strain off any impurities, any chunky bits in the marinade. So let's put that through a strainer, and as you can see, all those little garlic bits and that garlic paste have come through. Right, I'm using my injection syringe here, and I'm simply just going to start pumping a leg of pork up. It's a bone leg, just bought from the supermarket, and we're just going to pump that full of our Char Siu marinade. Alright, we're not going to end up with that beautiful red colour and all of that on the outside. That is actually done with a bit of food colouring, and proper Char Siu is done just a little bit different to what we are doing today, but we're going to end up with an incredible flavour. Right, all that skin, I'm going to layer that over with some coarse salt. Right, cooking salt is absolutely fine and really inexpensive for this. And what I'm going to attempt to do, which didn't really work out, but I was going to attempt it anyway, is I'm going to try and draw out as much moisture out of that skin as possible. Alright, so I'm going to cover the bare ends of this boned leg of pork with some Glad wrap or cling film, and we're going to be putting this in the refrigerator overnight. And the longer you leave it, the better it will be. But yeah, while I was doing this, it's already about 6 o'clock at night, and I was going to cook at around about 12 the next day. Alright, that's going in the refrigerator overnight. Right, next day we can take the Glad wrap off. My smoker is already starting to my coals are all starting to come up to their lit stage. Now all I'm going to do is wipe all that salt off, and my recommendation is do this in a tray like I'm doing here. Marinade is going to leach out, and that salt can just fall down to the bottom of that tray. No real problem there. Right, so we've dried out the skin a fair bit. It's not too bad. So I'm just going to give it a very light sprinkle, just with a bit of table salt, just a little bit, and that will hopefully encourage a bit of crackling if we're lucky. But I'm only going to be cooking this quite low. I've got my smoker already set up, and I've got that sitting at the moment at about 150 degrees Celsius. It's not really hot enough to shock the skin, but I want this to be a real tender, succulent, flavoursome piece of pork. I'm not really worried about trying to get a crackling on it, I'm just trying it on the off chance. I've done some modifications to the smoker. We now have 3 gauges, and we can see what temperature the smoker is at 3 different points. So we're about 2 hours in-ish. I'm going to put in some vegetables. That'll be another quick video shortly, and all we have to simply do is just keep an eye on that pork, give it a bit of a spritz with some apple cider vinegar. Hopefully that might tighten up the skin as well. As you can see, we've got some beautiful colors there. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to cook that off for 3 hours at about 125 degrees Celsius. Alright, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take the pork off the smoker, and I'm going to put that into a tray lined with some aluminium foil. As you can see, I've got a probe sitting in that leg of pork as well, so I can get an accurate reading of the internal temperature. Now all we have to simply do is just cover that pork with the rest of the aluminium foil like I'm doing here, and we're going to make it just a nice little steam bath for it, or a nice little bath for it. So just give all of that a bit of a tuck in, just like that. Just be careful of your probe lead, and there we go. We've got that nice and wrapped, and I'm going to cook that off for about another 2 hours ish. Alright, so we've cooked it off for 3 hours, wrap it in foil, and then we're going to leave it at 2 hours, again at about 125. Alright, I've got an internal temperature, as you can see there, 51 degrees. My smoker is starting to lose a little bit of its puff. Right, that gauge says 100, but it's actually about 120, and as you can see there, 120 on the intake side. Right, our fire is starting to die down a little bit, but we've pretty much done what we need to do. Right, we can take that off. I'm just going to stick that in the oven wrapped like that. I'm going to leave that for about an hour to an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Right, until I'm ready to start slicing that up and cooking it. So I've got a couple of sides. They will be other videos, but you can smell the real smoky flavour, and you can actually smell that Char Siu type smell as well. All you have to do now is simply cut that net off, just like Mrs. KP is going to be doing there, and all we have to do then is just slice that up and serve it. And I tell you what, the Char Siu flavour on the inside is amazing. It's just as good as I get from my local Chinese provider that I have just up the road. But anyway, there you go. We've made our own Char Siu pork. We're going to cut that skin off. It didn't crackle, so don't worry, but we're going to end up with some nice, beautiful cuts of meat just like that. Real authentic tasting Char Siu pork. Love to see you try and make this one at home if you've got a smoker. Anyway, please leave a like on the like button, of course. Share this video with all your friends on all platforms and social media. Leave me a comment. Love reading, love responding to them. And if you want to learn, like I'm still learning with my smoker, on how to do different types of cooking, well, you need to come and join the family. My family. Hit that subscribe button and you'll never miss another one of my videos again. I've eaten this Char Siu pork, and I'll tell you what, it's 10 out of 10. I will catch you next time. Bye.